DNS is a tree-like data structure. That is, if we were to map out a whole bunch of domains, we would see a tree. And this is a computer science style tree with the root of the tree at the top and the branches down here at the bottom. So let's see what this looks like if we draw in some domains. So we'll start with one that everyone knows about, like google.com. And we would draw that by putting com here at the top and then Google down below it. And of course, we know about domain name like www.google.com. And that just simply, the www part just goes right down here below Google. And we'll do some more like www.yahoo.com. So Yahoo goes right down below com. And then www down below that. And of course, these domains don't have to be limited to just 3 levels. There can be more levels than just 3. Like, for example, within Google, there's actually, this is one of their mail servers. They've got, well, actually, this is called aspmx.l.google.com. And so the L goes down here below Google, and then down below that is ASPMX. So now we got 1, 2, 3, 4 layers to this tree here. And of course, there's more at the top than just com. There's things like edu, so school like ucsd.edu. That means there's an edu here and ucsd below that. And then of course there's www in front of that. They've got a web server. Computer science department would be cs.ucsd. So they go below that. And then there's a web server in that department too, so www there as well. And there's other ones like the UK has got their own domain, and then there's co below that, BBC, www. So this is, of course, www.bbc.co.uk. There's many more that we can put in here. For example, let's see, UCSD, I think they've got a mail server, so we could put in mail. Yahoo, I think, also has one right there. And, maybe the computer science department at UCSD, maybe they've also got a mail server. So one thing we can see in this tree here is that there are many places where the individual names might be repeated. Like, this www here under Yahoo is obviously not the same as the www under Google, even though they have the same names, but there are different places in the tree. So the whole point of each one of these domain names is to uniquely identify a particular location within the tree. So for example, this bottom one here, www.bbc.co.uk, represents this exact point in the tree. No, it doesn't represent any other place in the tree. Now, this is not quite a tree yet because we need to connect all 3 of these together and form a root of the tree. And the root has a name. It's spelled with a dot, but it's pronounced root. So we say this is the root of the DNS hierarchy, and we go down to each one of the individual domains within that. Now, let's look here and see where the domains are. And there's actually lots and lots of domains in here. So for example, here's a domain, obviously. Here's Google and all of its stuff below it. This is the google.com domain. So Google, that word Google here identifies the top of its domain, but it's underneath com, which is underneath root. So this is the google.com domain, and here's the yahoo.com domain. Here's the ucsd.edu domain. And here's the bbc.co.uk domain. Now, within each one of these green circles, there can be other domains, like right here. Here is the cs.ucsd.edu domain. And right here is the l.google.com domain. And in fact, there are even smaller ones within that. For example, here's a small domain. This is the aspmx.l.google.com domain. Here is the mail.yahoo.com domain. And then finally, there's some really big domains here, like here's all of com. That's a huge domain. And of course, there's millions, probably even billions of things in there. Here's all of edu. Here's all of UK. And then, there's the really big one here, which is basically everything. So the entire domain hierarchy itself is one big domain rooted up here at the top.